And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Nittany Lions offense takes the field for the first time today. Every time these two meet, it feels huge. It was that way last year, Ohio State going into Happy Valley. But the script rarely seems to deviate. Penn State never seems to find a way to be able to beat the Buckeyes.
No, and this one went right down to the wire last year, too, David. You remember that? Penn State had the ball down on Ohio State's 1-yard line in the fourth quarter. A little bit of time left. They go incomplete. They're stopped. Then Ohio State just melted. They kept the ball for 11 plays and walked out with the dub.
And the good thing is, by watching this game today, you're going to see some weird stuff. Last year, you remember you saw turnovers inside the 5-yard line. Something always happens in this matchup, but Penn State's got to get this monkey off their back.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. So Ohio State's offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive.
There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Got his man quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, a 4th down. That's the end.
defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. They'll leave it with him. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. That defense in front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room, it's Peoples. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks, it's Rodgers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rival. Coleman, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rival?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. To the air, it's Sayin. They'll run the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
How about this defense just wrecking the offense on the last 2 plays and forcing a third and goal? Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the a short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job by this offense. I love it. They were aggressive, moved down the field, got the touchdown, broke the 0-0 seal. This game has not been high-flying by any stretch, but that's how you finish a first half.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They go to the ground. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Still 2 quarters to go in this incredible regional showdown between 2 of the winningest programs in football.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Punt is on its way. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Ross. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Koltanecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's out. Gets it out fast. And then he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He wants to throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Motion from the wide receiver. The receiver on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Aller. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Wants to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Stands in and takes the hit. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point in the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. To the air, it's Aller. Snagged in the middle, it's Singleton. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.